Welcome to Book Buzz Reviews and Summaries. Book, What Makes Us Girls and Why It's All Worth It by Brittany Pettibone. Part 1 Summary of 3 parts. Part 1, Rediscovering the Power and Purpose of Being a Girl. From the very first page, I want you to feel the pulse of what it truly means to be a girl. Not just in the surface sense, not just the socially assigned roles or the fleeting trends of our era, but in the deep, profound essence of feminine identity. Girls, you are not fragments of potential waiting to be completed. You are entire beings, imbued with strength, intuition, and the quiet power that history, culture, and even modern chaos have tried to obscure. And yet, here we are, standing at a crossroads of unprecedented opportunity and pressure. And the question remains, what does it mean to truly be a girl today, in a world that often undervalues us? In this first part of the book, I take you on a journey of reclamation. I explore how the world often bombards us with conflicting messages. Be strong but soft, ambitious but selfless, independent but relational. Every day, we navigate a labyrinth of expectations, many invisible yet insidious, that whisper doubts about our worth, our purpose, our femininity. But here's the truth. None of these external pressures define us. What defines us is the unique combination of courage, sensitivity, resilience, and creativity that each of us carries inherently. This is the heartbeat of girlhood. An identity that is dynamic, alive, and most importantly, worth celebrating. I share stories, some personal, some borrowed from women, throughout history, illustrating how girls have historically been both underestimated and underestimated themselves. From the fearless trailblazers who challenged conventions centuries ago, to everyday women and girls fighting battles in their own homes, schools, and communities, one theme becomes clear. Being a girl is a unique vantage point, offering perspectives, empathy, and strength that the world desperately needs, even if it fails to recognize it. But it's not just about recognition. It's about intentional living. Part 1 presses the reader to ask, how do I embrace my identity fully? How do I channel the energy of my girlhood into purpose, passion, and action? I guide readers through the importance of self-awareness, understanding who you are, what you value, and how your innate qualities as a girl are not obstacles, but tools for influence, leadership, and love. Each page is a call to wake up to the beauty and significance of your femininity, to see it not as a limitation, but as an engine of creativity, empathy, and transformation. I challenge the conventional narratives. I argue against the lies that being soft is weakness, that being emotional is irrational, and that the societal scripts written for girls are anything but malleable. Instead, I advocate for a powerful reimagining. The traits society often dismisses, compassion, collaboration, intuition, are exactly what makes girls indispensable. They are the traits that build families, communities, movements, and even nations. To be a girl is to possess the raw material for profound impact. And yet, I am not naive. I acknowledge the struggles, the doubts, the confusion that can accompany girlhood in our modern era. Peer pressure, social media comparisons, and a culture obsessed with instant gratification threaten to distort our sense of self. But therein lies the opportunity. Understanding these challenges is the first step to transcending them. When we recognize the pressures, we can rise above them, not by conforming to society's skewed ideals, but by returning to a grounded, unapologetic understanding of our worth and purpose. By the end of Part 1, the reader should feel a spark, a recognition that girlhood is not a weakness to outgrow, but a foundation to build upon. You are equipped with the understanding that your life, your choices, and your voice carry immense value simply because you are who you are. This part is not a lecture. It is a rallying cry. It is an invitation to lean into your essence, embrace your gifts, and step boldly into a world that often underestimates what girls can truly accomplish. Part 2. Cultivating Strength, Resilience, and Purpose. As we move into Part 2, the journey deepens. Now that we've explored the essence of girlhood and the incredible potential inherent in our identity, the focus shifts to action. How to take that raw, vibrant energy and transform it into a life of purpose, resilience, and true influence. Understanding who you are is vital, but knowing how to harness that identity to navigate challenges, stand firm, and flourish is where the real power lies. One of the central themes here is strength, not the brute strength celebrated in the world of men, but the layered, enduring strength of girls. Pettibone emphasizes that strength often manifests quietly, in the daily decisions we make, in how we respond to criticism, in the compassion we extend even when it is not reciprocated, and in the courage to stand alone when our convictions demand it. Strength is also vulnerability. To be a girl fully alive in your purpose is to embrace the paradox that you can be tender and unshakable, emotional and strategic, sensitive and unyielding, all at the same time. Part 2 is a guide to resilience. Pettibone paints a vivid picture of the challenges girls face in today's culture. Societal pressures, the relentless comparison culture, amplified by social media, and the internalized voices of doubt and fear. Yet she does not dwell on despair. Instead, she equips the reader with tools to rise. She highlights the importance of boundaries, the courage to say no, and the wisdom to choose relationships, environments, and pursuits that uplift rather than drain. Each strategy is practical, grounded in real-life experience, and delivered with a sense of urgency. Girls cannot wait for permission to thrive. They must claim it for themselves. Another critical aspect of this section is purpose. Pettibone inspires girls to stop seeing themselves as secondary players in life and start recognizing the unique contributions only they can offer. She challenges each reader to ask profound questions. What do I care about most? What injustices or needs ignite a fire in my soul? How can I leverage my gifts to impact my family, community, and the wider world? In this way, Part 2 is both introspective and outward-looking, blending self-awareness with action. The message is clear. Your identity as a girl is not a limitation. It is the launchpad for influence, service, and legacy. Pettibone also delves into the value of mentorship and community, emphasizing that no girl thrives in isolation. Learning from women who have walked similar paths, celebrating each other's victories, and supporting one another in struggles creates a network of strength that magnifies individual impact. Part 2 is a call to build bridges, not walls, because while your individuality is powerful, your collective energy with other girls can move mountains. The chapter closes with an empowering reminder. Being a girl is an advantage, not a disadvantage. Every challenge faced, every stereotype confronted, every no endured, is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more purposeful. Pettibone reminds us that resilience is built not in comfort, but in the courage to face the world boldly, to own our emotions, and to channel them into meaningful action. By the end of Part 2, the reader should feel emboldened, fully equipped to step into life with clarity, courage, and direction. You no longer simply understand what makes you a girl. You know how to wield that identity with intention, shaping your life and influencing the world around you with conviction and grace. Part 3: Embracing Fulfillment and Leaving a Legacy. Part 3 is where everything comes together. We've discovered our identity, explored the depth and power of girlhood, and cultivated strength, resilience, and purpose. Now, we confront the ultimate question. How do we live fully as girls and leave a meaningful impact on the world? Pettibone leads us into the heart of fulfillment, reminding us that the journey of being a girl is not merely about survival or success. It is about joy, influence, and legacy. This section begins by exploring authenticity. Pettibone passionately asserts that nothing is more empowering than living in alignment with your true self. Society often tempts girls with masks: the mask of perfection, the mask of approval, the mask of someone else's expectations. But Pettibone urges a courageous peeling away of these masks. To embrace fulfillment is to embrace yourself, entirely, unapologetically, and courageously. She shows that the girls who flourish are those who are brave enough to say, "I am enough exactly as I am," and to let that truth guide their choices, relationships, and ambitions. Next, Part 3 delves into impact. Pettibone encourages girls to think beyond themselves, not as a burden or duty, but as a privilege. Every decision, every act of kindness, every expression of leadership creates ripples. Girls have an extraordinary capacity to inspire, to influence, and to nurture change in ways both small and monumental. Pettibone highlights stories of women and girls whose actions, though sometimes quiet, sometimes behind the scenes, transformed lives, communities, and even movements. This is the essence of girlhood: the power to affect the world while remaining grounded in compassion, vision, and empathy. The theme of legacy emerges strongly in this final part. Pettibone challenges readers to consider the long-term impact of their lives. What will I leave behind? What lessons will others learn from my choices? How will my courage, my love, and my resilience echo beyond my own story? She reminds girls that legacy is not reserved for the famous or the powerful in society's eyes. It is built every day through integrity, kindness, courage, and intentional living. Your influence, she asserts, begins in the small, ordinary moments, rippling outward to shape something extraordinary. Part 3 also emphasizes joy and gratitude. Pettibone makes it clear that fulfillment is not achieved through accolades or external validation, but through embracing the simple, profound joys of life, the beauty of friendship, the satisfaction of personal growth, the triumph of overcoming challenges, and the serenity of self-acceptance. She inspires readers to celebrate their journey, to honor the uniqueness of their experiences, and to recognize that every struggle, every triumph, every tear and smile contributes to the tapestry of a meaningful life. Finally, Part 3 closes as a call to fearless living. Pettibone challenges girls to step boldly into the world, carrying their identity as a badge of honor, a source of power, and a beacon of hope. She reminds readers that the world desperately needs girls who are confident, courageous, and compassionate. Girls who understand that their value is inherent, their purpose is unique, and their potential is limitless. By the end of this final section, the reader is not just informed, they are transformed. They are ready to live fully, embrace their identity, wield their influence with intention, and leave a legacy of courage, love, and authenticity. Pettibone's message is clear and resonant. Being a girl is a gift, a responsibility, and a privilege, and it is absolutely worth it. Key insights and takeaways from the book. 1. Embrace your identity fully. The first and perhaps most essential lesson is that being a girl is not a limitation, it's a unique strength. Pettibone emphasizes that your femininity, sensitivity, and intuition are not weaknesses. They are powerful tools. Society often pressures girls to conform to contradictory ideals, but true empowerment comes from embracing who you are, fully, unapologetically and courageously. Actionable insight. Reflect on your natural strengths, values, and passions. Celebrate them instead of hiding them to fit in. Your authenticity is your power. 2. Build strength and resilience through adversity. Being a girl in today's world comes with challenges, societal expectations, self-doubt, and the pressures of modern culture. Pettibone teaches that strength isn't about being unbreakable. It's about how you respond to adversity. Resilience is cultivated through conscious choices, setting boundaries, and maintaining your inner conviction even when the world pushes back. Actionable insight. See obstacles as opportunities to grow. Each challenge faced and overcome is a brick in the foundation of your inner strength. Learn to say no, protect your energy, and rise stronger after setbacks. Live with purpose and make an impact. Identity alone isn't enough. Pettibone urges girls to channel their energy into meaningful action. Each girl has unique gifts that can inspire, influence, and transform her environment. Your purpose may be large or small, but it matters. By acting intentionally, you leave a ripple effect that touches lives in ways you may never fully see. Actionable insight. Ask yourself, what matters most to me? How can I use my strengths to create positive change? Begin with small, deliberate steps and watch your impact grow. Cultivate authentic relationships and community. No girl thrives in isolation. Pettibone highlights the importance of mentorship, friendship, and supportive communities. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, challenge you in healthy ways, and celebrate your successes. The bonds you build not only strengthen you, but multiply your ability to influence and inspire. Actionable insight. Seek out and nurture relationships with other girls and women who share your values. Learn from their journeys, offer your support, and grow together. Pursue joy, gratitude, and fulfillment. Finally, Pettibone reminds us that fulfillment is not external. It is cultivated through gratitude, celebration of small victories, and recognition of your inherent worth. Being a girl is a journey filled with highs and lows, but embracing the process with joy and awareness transforms challenges into lessons and ordinary moments into meaning. Actionable insight. Practice daily gratitude, celebrate your achievements, and allow yourself to experience life fully. Recognize that your journey as a girl is a gift, and living it intentionally creates a life of fulfillment. Summary thought. What makes us girls is more than a book. It's a call to awaken to the power, purpose, and beauty of girlhood. Pettibone inspires every reader to see themselves as whole, capable, and impactful. Your identity is a gift, your challenges are opportunities, and your life has the potential to leave a lasting legacy. Thanks for listening to Welcome to Book Buzz Reviews and Summaries.